ProgFest 2012, Problem 7, Perfectly Produced Palindromes. Our project required us to create palindromes from positive whole numbers by getting a starting input, adding the starting input with its digits reversed, and repeating the process till a palindrome is found. If 10 repeats occur and no palindrome has been found, it outputs none. Another requirement is that the number inputs can have bases from 10 to 16. A number that is a palindrome is the same forwards and backwards. Bases are a little bit more complicated. The most common numbering system, decimal, uses the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to make all other numbers. These are the 10 base numbers, so it makes sense that decimal is also known as base 10. There are other numbering systems, base 2, binary, base 16, hexadecimal. The easiest way to see how this would work is to first look at the most common numbering system, decimal. Let's start by counting to 9. 9 is the last symbol in decimal. If we want to count one more, we have to do something special. What we do is that we add 1 to the second digit and we loop back to 0 on the first digit. It is the same in other numbering systems. On the left we have base 2, and to the right we have the same number in base 10. We add 1, they stay the same. Add 1 again, now we're at 2. Look at the binary number. Since there is no symbol higher than 1, 1 is added to the second digit, and the first digit is reset to 0. Then we add 1 again. Notice how this time the digits rolled over twice. Bases were a little confusing to us in the beginning, so we decided to do that part later. First, we would start by using regular integers, base 10. We needed a way to reverse the digits on an integer. While we tried to solve that, we remembered a method we made in one of our previous projects. It reversed a string. So we thought, is there a way to convert an integer to a string? So we headed to the place where all knowledge is stored, the internet. And what we found was a class in the standard library called StringStream. StringStream would allow us to convert an integer to a string type and also convert a string back to an integer. Perfect. Now we can get an integer input, convert it to a string, reverse that string, convert it back to an integer, and finally add the result to the original input and repeat till a palindrome has been found. One last part of the project, bases. We figured it would be best to convert the input to a base 10 integer, do the calculations, and then convert it back to the base of the input. First, we made a method that would convert each character to its respective integer. To get from base B to base 10, we simply have to get the sum of all products of the digits and the base raised to the power of the digit's position. If we want to get from base 10 to any base B, it's just to get the largest power in the integer and then get how many multiples of that. The multiples correspond to a letter, and we put that at the beginning of the string. Then subtracting the base to the power times the multiple, and then repeating the process till it's 0. And finally, to show that our program works just as planned. This is a recording of me running the program. I put 5 sets of data just like the program specified, and it outputs the correct palindrome for each input.